Hi, welcome back to Nia's Garden. I am Dania. If you're new here, hello, welcome. Hope that you'll subscribe after watching this. Make sure that you like the video, comment below, let me know what you think at the end. Today, I want to talk about motivation and determination. So, and I'll be honest, I don't know why. Well, I know kind of what prompted me to talk about it, but at this moment where it's going to go, don't really know. So we're going to see how this full download kind of starts to unfold. So the last couple of videos I've done, I've started with a definition. So I'm going to continue in that same vein and start with a definition. So I'm going to be looking because I'm reading. So we have motivation, which is boost, encouragement, stimulus, momentum, and provocation. So it is what motivation is what encourages you. It is your why. Your motivation is your why. Determination is decisiveness, resoluteness, stick-to-itiveness. So in relation to that determination is the decision to stick to something. It is a choice that you make. It's a determination is a choice that you make. And the two can go together because what you stick to is fueled by your motivation. Like if you're not motivated, you're not going to stick to it. So that is how those two go together. And I said motivation and determination. That is wrong. We're going to do motivation and determination and discipline. So it's motivation, determination, and discipline. So wait, let me get the discipline definition. I'm so glad I looked up discipline. Okay, so discipline is the control gained by enforcing obedience or order or corrective. So discipline, synonyms related to discipline are words like penalize, chasten, punish. So, and now I feel like I have a better understanding of why this came. So a lot of times people say you need discipline in order to get something done. You got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined. And words have power. So, hold on. So now under having a deeper understanding of what discipline actually means, because discipline is about force. It's about control. This is not about freedom. This is about control. You got to do this. And you do it because you're disciplined. But that is fueled from an energy that is like control. You don't feel like you have a choice. You got to do this thing. You don't feel like you have a choice to do it. Whereas when you do something through determination, because you're motivated, that has a different energy about it. So when you're talking about your business, when you're talking about your projects, I need to be disciplined. No, you need to be motivated. That's what you need to be. You need to be motivated. You need to have a why. Why are you doing this thing? And you don't have a why that is strong enough, that is grounding you in this project, that's making this project important to you, you won't have the determination to do it. This is not about discipline. This is about motivation and determination. Think about people who like losing weight and things like that, which is an area that I am working on. And I need a strong why. Why do I want to do this? Because right now, the whys that come up are too superficial, and that's why I don't stick to it. Like simply, I want to look good. And that's too superficial for me. I have a Scorpio dominant person. It can't be surface level or I won't stick to it. Think about people who, and this is a really good one because I was watching a video and it was somebody they're talking about like people dog on millennials and whatnot, and that millennials like always quitting something, always quitting a job, always quitting relationships. And he made a very valid point. The generations that are saying that are people who you don't quit your job, you just keep going. That's discipline. And younger generations are learning. You don't simply stay in a toxic environment just because you just don't. 1 second. So was doing the weight analogy. So yeah, like I'm heavy, but I'm also in love with my body. So I can't say I want a better body because that better body thing is not about how I feel about my body. It is about how others see my body. And so there is this control, like you need to do this, or you're not going to be able to get date because you don't have a good. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to be able to get date because you got to be fit. Got to be fit, and that isn't enough motivation for me. It's just not. It's not enough motivation, and so I don't have the determination to stick to it. It has to be more about my health, and when I come at it that way, I stick to whatever I'm trying to do more effectively. But when a moment that motivation moves from simply wanting a healthier body and things like that, that moment that shifts, my determination wanes, and I no longer am able to stick to it. So I thought that would be a good analogy others can relate to. When you're like, I have a challenge, I keep trying to do this, and really think about what your why is. What is your motivation? And is your motivation to surface level? Because your higher being may love your body. You may love your body. Your body is keeping it safe and secure and holding your soul so tightly. A physical change to it, what it looks like means nothing. So that's not enough of a why to keep you motivated and thus keep you determined to stick to this task. This is not about discipline, because discipline is a form of control. Discipline is a form of punishment. This is about motivation. This is about motivation. This is why sometimes when you're like, what's going on with my kid? Why they won't do this thing? And you're like trying to discipline, they're unmotivated. You haven't tapped into who they are. They are simply someone for you to control. And that's not a dig, it just is what it is because you're only doing this much. But understand, if your only means of getting them to do something is simply control, they're not going to stick to it because they're not motivated to stick to it. They're not motivated to stick to it, so they don't have the determination to make this thing something that they do on a regular basis or something that they can buy into. It's just like when you have a leader, you either have a manager or your leader. Your manager operates off of discipline, your leader operates on motivation. Your leader is able to galvanize you, to tell you the why and create a followership that you are determined to follow this person. You're determined to help them achieve this goal because you believe in them and they've tapped into they've motivated you. They've tapped into a why that resonates with you. So really think about that. Think about how you feel about your job. So one of the things that the gentleman in that video said was, you stick to a job, a check, and I realized as a lack mindset. When you stick to a job simply because of a check, that is a lack mindset. Why? Because your belief, your ego is telling you, you can't get a check somewhere else. Your ego is telling you the only way that you can be provided for is to work this job or work a job similar where you are unhappy, but you're disciplined because you need the check. Whereas if you were motivated to live an abundant lifestyle and understand that prosperity can flow to you in infinite possibilities, because it is possible to randomly go to your mailbox and get a check, I can attest that I have given someone a money candle, money oil, money bath, and she got random checks in the mail. And it's not that she doesn't have a job, because she does. In fact, she moved to a job making almost $10,000 to $15,000 more per year. So staying where you're unhappy simply because you get a check is not motivation, it's discipline. you are in a state of control. You lack freedom to make a choice to say, you know what? That check ain't enough. That check ain't enough to ready to deal with you talking to me in any kind of way. That check ain't enough for me to know that I am amazing and awesome, and you don't acknowledge it. That check ain't enough for me to continue to sit here and raise my hand for opportunities just for you to continue to tell me no. When I know this one wants to give me the opportunity for more money. That's not a lack of discipline because you quit. That is a lack of focus. You know what your motivation is, and thus you move accordingly. If your motivation is funds, and you're like, well, I got to stay here because I this money. Is that all the money you want to make? Is that it? Is that it? And if it's about money, then be honest. My motivation is money. I want to make money. So then you have to decide, I'm going to stay here and make this a little bit, or I'm going to follow my motivation and be in alignment with that energy and be determined to go where the money flows infinitely. This is why having your mission as a personal level, not for a business, not for the company you work for, not for the company you want, but on a personal, individual level, understanding what your mission in your life is, what your vision for your life is, the values that you hold dear that support that mission and that vision are important, and what your own individual personal brand is. What is it that you bring to the table everywhere you go that no one else brings? Having that on an individual level is so, so important. That's why I'm going to do a workshop about it. But understanding that, are you operating from a place of control because you're disciplined, or are you motivated and determined to achieve this goal? So tell me something, an example, like where you realize you're in a state of discipline and you're lacking, you feel like, oh, I lack discipline. I want to do this, especially like sleep. This is a real good one. Like, I don't have any discipline. No, you don't have any motivation. And you have to decide the truth. Why do you want to lose this weight? Why do you want to do this? And is it too superficial of a goal? There's someone I follow, and she has a goal to do a certain type of job. And for that certain type of job, it's something she's passionate about. It every time she posts about it, you can feel it through her words. It is something she is passionate about. She is encouraged. She's excited about it. Every time she shares a video of her doing this work and she's learning, she's motivated. You can see that she's motivated. So her decision to do things that help change her physical form are not simply because I want to walk around on the beach in a bikini. She has a bigger goal. She has a bigger vision. She has a mission on her life. And so she is motivated by those things to achieve this goal. And that's why she's got the determination to keep pushing forward. So what is your motivation? What is one thing you've been trying to do? And what is your motivation? And do you feel like that motivation is strong enough? And change your word choice. Are you trying to operate from a place of control, or are you trying to be free flowing with your energy and be motivated? I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it, make sure you share, comment below so that I know that you stopped by, and have a great day. Bye.